I'm still getting a lot of questions about the various elements of the low end of a mix and how to get them to work together. So over the next 5 or 6 weeks, we might do 2 or 3 shows interspersed during that time period to kind of let you see how to work with some of that stuff. Today I picked two songs where what I was given was a little unorthodox in the sense that it's really inventive, really cool, but standard rules don't apply, so you have to kind of use your imagination. You can't do a paint by numbers on these 2 songs. The first song is a group I played you a while back called D Mechanic, D-M-E-C-A-N-I-C. Very inventive, incredible group. One of my favorite things I've worked on in a long time. Their record's going to be coming out in a couple of months, early next year, probably January. So what I'm going to show you is I had a little trouble getting the kick drum and one of the bass parts to kind of match up on this song. So I'm going to kind of take you through that process, okay? Here's the kick and the bass solo the way I got them. Tons of 50 cycles, and then look kind of like a mountain range from a side view. There's like big peaks and big stuff. So what I did was I got the kick where I thought I wanted it. So let's check what we did to the kick. I added a little 100 to the kick, and I also added a crap load of 60, 65, somewhere in there, like 11, almost 8 dB. So let's check that out. That's the high-end information on the kick. Now on the low part, more 100. To be technical, it's 80. And then, what did I add here? Some more 65. Okay, now let's check those together. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Now let's get the bass. Let's get the bass hopping. Now the bass, I just couldn't. I struggled with it. So I started by, rolling off some of the sub I don't need. Then one side was a little hot, so I balanced it. And then I just went kind of left field. Got me a little 1176. One of my favorite plugins, Max Bass. Here's my sub. Here's my yellow one is my little speaker thing. And then this was something that I love, Dark Essence. Now let's see how that fits in the song. It's an unorthodox, the kick drum is somewhat orthodox, but that bass sound has to cut through on little speakers, and you can't tell by this kind of demonstration, but it really sounds nice and fat on laptop speakers. So a lot of the things I was doing that I showed you are techniques more for little speakers. Okay, let's try another song. Now in this song, the bass and the kick were a little bit more traditional sounding, but what I was given didn't quite match my instructions from the artist of what she wanted. So when I started working on this, I thought maybe I was making it sound worse, but then when I put it all together, it sounded better. So Another, the kick is kind of traditional. The bass was a little different, and what I'm showing you on this one and what I want you to see is this. I think they work really well together. Like I've told you several times, I'm not a big fan of the word carve because I don't carve. Like I just mess with it till it sounds good. So I'm gonna show you what I did to make these two items work together. Okay, here's what I was given on the kick. Now, two components. What I was here's the track I was given. So I took out some like high hundreds, like 180 or so. Let's see, and added a little bit something. I just moved it down a little bit, and then shelved it. So I took out the peak and then shelved it. Okay, now. Now I just wanted a little more guts, so I hooked up my buddy Steven Slate's plug in here. I was getting too much dynamic range, so I limited the signal going into the trigger so it'd be more. And then our old buddy parallel chain. That's with everything. Okay, let me take the trigger in and out. This is just the trigger, so you tell what I'm adding. And then here's the original sound. And then with the parallel chain, everything. Okay, now the bass was the one that gave me the most problems. Not problems, I don't want to say that, but I made a copy of the bass, and I thought, well, maybe my problem is I'm trying to do too much. So the top one is more to get me the low end the way I want it. This is what I had. You kind of hear the conflict down there. Okay. Rather than pull out an EQ, I'm using our old buddy, our side chain, to yank out some 123. So this is with this. Nice, huh? Pretty radical. Let me play that for you again. I thought, man, maybe I'm losing something. So I added a little sub here, 40 cycles. And then this is a plug-in that I don't have a clue what it does or how to use it. I just like the way it sounds. It's more like a sub generator. And then one of my favorite bass compressors. One of our friends on our Facebook page hit me to this compressor, and I still use it. Okay, now I wanted to get some little speaker stuff going. So this is a little low frequency stuff. I've yanked the volume down quite a bit using this. Same buddy. Here's our low. Here's everything together. The bass player has so much energy. It just, what we were trying to do is just here's nails on the strings, you know. And let me put it in the track for you. This is Casey Jones with a K, K-A-S-I, new artist, incredible. Really like her stuff a lot. And this was produced by Jesse Owen Austin. Cuts through great on little speakers. There's a match there. It sounds better soloed without anything on it, but in the track, I think what I did makes the bass sit really nicely, creates a little energy, and sits kind of right with a kick. I'm not explaining to you a lot of frequency stuff because I didn't do it that way. I just messed with it till it sounded good on both these examples. Now, I've got a couple of other examples that I'm gonna show you in upcoming ITL, so stay tuned for those. Thanks, guys.